Good evening and welcome. You're watching The Explosive Exclusive with me, Padmaja Joshi, and the big story that we are starting with right now, Sanjay Raut, the controversial leader of the Shiv Sena, member of parliament, seems to have done it yet again. This time, even as the NCB is closing in on the Bollywood A-listers, they are being called in for questioning today. Rakul Preet Singh was questioned. Tomorrow, 3 big stars are going to be questioned. The Honourable Member of Parliament has stepped in and asked, who doesn't take drugs? Listen in.
अंमली पदार्थाची
व्यसन कोणत्या क्षेत्रात नाहीये. काही लोकांना पैसे खायचं व्यसन असतं, काही लोकांना हे व्यसन असेल. पण या मुंबईमध्ये ही इंडस्ट्री घडवताना अनेकांचे रक्त, घाम आणि अश्रू सांडलेले आहेत.
Very strange and a very strange timing by the Shiv Sena leader. Let us go across to our reporters who are joining us live from Mumbai. But I will come to you first, Mohit Bhatt, for Mr. Raut to say, who doesn't have an addiction? What are we supposed to understand?
Well, this is something shocking that Sanjay Raut, who is the part of the government over here, who comes from a party which has the chief minister over here, he's the member of parliament. And since the starting, the NCB crackdown began in this particular case, we have seen the Aghadi government, and specifically Sanjay Raut, they have come out and they have rubbished all the investigation that the NCB is doing. Now he comes out and says that everybody is into the addiction. Some has addiction for money, some have other addictions. Is he trying to justify the consumption of drugs by all these Bollywood celebrities? And NCB since starting has been saying it's not about the nexus also. It's about how easily these drugs are available in the market of Mumbai. Now, the drug peddlers who have been arrested by the NCB, they have also accepted the fact that yes, they were also supplying drugs to the youngsters of Mumbai. It's about the drug menace, it's about the cleanup. Yes. And also when he says that NCB's duty is to stop smuggling of drugs, it's the duty of Mumbai police, which comes under the Aghadi government, to stop the drug menace, to stop the consumption of drugs, and all these peddlers should have been arrested by the Mumbai police. But now he raises questions on the NCB investigation. He's not saying anything about all those celebrities who are into procurement and consumption of drugs. Instead, he's raising questions on the investigation of the Narcotics Control Bureau. Many would
wonder then, Tamal, that maybe it is this, chalta hai attitude which gave such a long rope to the drug peddlers in Mumbai. Because the MP himself seems to accept, yeah, it happens. So what's the big deal?
Well, Padmaja, when Sanjay Raut says who doesn't do drugs, I can raise my hand and say I do not. And many like me, many Indians like me would want to raise their hands and say they do not do drugs because my nation doesn't allow it. Yes, I'm here at the NCB NCB office, the zonal office at Balad, and even as we speak, two people, very prominent people who are associated with a prominent production house, they are inside. Kshitij is inside, at the same time Anubhav is inside. They are getting questioned. And minded, they are just not the only people to have been questioned so far. We know at least 19 people have been arrested by NCB in connection to one CIR 16/20, purely because they have been into consumption, procurement, peddling of drugs. And also, to give you a sense, Padmaja, this vehicle, I would ask my camera person to show how dangerous the entire thing is. This vehicle, this luxurious SUV, belongs to Karamjit Singh Anand, a peddler who has been arrested by NCB, one who has given out the leads, and on whose testimony, basis of whose testimony Kshitij has been brought today for questioning, is just 23 years old. He 5 years back, he was just working at a pawn vendor shop. In 5 years' time, by peddling drugs, he had procured so much of money, so much of wealth. He managed to buy this vehicle, but let's not ignore or discount the fact how many lives he has destroyed. So when Sanjay Raut asked this question, who doesn't do drugs, he should also be taking responsibility of all those families who have lost their loved ones to drugs.
Absolutely. And tomorrow, irrespective of how commonplace people might want to believe and make others believe that drug peddling is, and it's not such a big deal, but the effect is very clear, and now the beans are being spilt. Let me go across to the rest of our reporters. Shabir, for one, today you had a protracted questioning of Rakul Preet Singh that took place. Following that, there was the questioning also of Deepika Padukone's manager. What are you hearing about the nature of the questions that were asked? How long did the questioning go on for?
Well, the questioning went on till afternoon, and several questions were asked, pointed questions with regard to the drug demand and supply chain, particularly who was the one who was supplying these drugs to all the celebrities, who are all the people who are involved, because this probe is only widening. The NCB probe is widening. More and more names have come up. The WhatsApp chats are very clear that these individuals, including Deepika Padukone, they were talking about drugs and who was buying drugs on their behalf, who was supplying drugs to them, and who are the other celebrities who are involved. So this clearly goes to show that it's not one person, it's not one particular group that is involved in procuring or supplying drugs. There are multiple people involved. There are multiple events that have now come under scanner, including the 2019 party. So there are multiple angles to which the NCB is probing. So the
That's a very
process
significant
of
thing
building
that
a
you say,
tight
because
case,
it's
a
not just
watertight
about
case.
personal consumption. You know, a lot is being said that there is a witch hunt on against individuals. People are being discredited. People are being hounded for minuscule amounts of drugs that they may have consumed. The charge over here, and remember the people who are being called in, it's not as accused. So there is no attempt to try and tarnish them. It is an attempt to try and learn from them. Who were these drugs being given to? Were there people who in fact were procuring drugs and then passing them on to others? So to put it very, very bluntly, they were acting as peddlers. They may have been talent agents, but they were speaking to multiple people, and they were the source of drugs, or they were the conduit of drugs for multiple people. And that is why tomorrow there are big stars who are going to be questioned. Deepika Padukone, in fact, is going to be questioned at the NCB SIT camp office, and Sara Ali Khan, Shraddha Kapoor are going to be questioned in two separate cases at the NCB Mumbai Ballard Estate office. And it's just asked to go for that questioning to take place, and another revelation is now being made. The Mal chats, Mal Hai Kya chats between Deepika Padukone and her talent manager are back to haunt the rich and famous. Sources have told Times Now that Jaya Saha, who is Ria's manager, has confessed to the drug chats and has even disclosed that it was Deepika who was the admin of this WhatsApp group where drugs were discussed. Remember, Times Now was the first channel to get to you a screenshot of this chat where Deepika is seen asking her manager, that is Karishma, not Jaya Saha. She was asking Karishma, you have mal? Then she goes on to say, hash, not weed. All eyes now are on the star couple, Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh. Deepika is the one who will be grilled tomorrow. It's a day of heightened activity. We believe that Karishma, who is in fact Deepika Padukone's talent agent who was in that chat with her, she is just about to leave, and Imran is there. Let's go across to him. Imran, yes.
Well, Karishma, after 6 hours of intense grilling at the NCB office here, she is the manager of Deepika Padukone, has just now left. We have to wait and see whether she's been summoned again by the NCB tomorrow for questioning, as far as Deepika also is brought. Also, NCB has summoned to here at the same Evelyn guest house where many of the top management of the talent management firm have been questioned here for the past. It is including Jaya Shah and Madhu Mantena, director of the company, Shruti Modi, and today Simon Kambata. And today itself, Karishma was grilled here for 6 hours by the NCB in connection with the chats where Karishma and Jaya Shah are trying to absolve themselves of the charges. In fact, saying that they were had to oblige because she is Deepika Padukone is an A-list star, and to keep her clientele, they had to supply those drugs. And these are the conversations which went on today. We have to wait for another furthermore from the NCB to give us more details as to what more was discussed. Whether she also gave the name of the peddlers whom drugs were she was borrowing the drugs from, purchasing the drugs from, and whom all A-list actors who she was giving it to, and how long it was going on, and to what is the quantum of it which is there in total.
Absolutely. Let me also go across to Mohit Sharma, because you're also getting details of what Rakulpreet Singh said today. Almost 6 hours of questioning, Mohit Sharma. What all did she speak about?
Well, Padmaja, it was a relatively smaller questionnaire which was presented in front of Rakul Preet, and all the NCB really wanted to find out today was her relationship with Riya Chakrabarti, as well as the entire, the drug peddling case at large. They wanted to understand from her as to what exactly was her relationship with Riya Chakrabarti. Did she in fact know Sushant Singh Rajput, or for that matter, was she actually aware of all those drug parties which took place in Bollywood, and many stars really were involved in those drug parties as well. So that is that was really the line of questioning. But at the same time, what we can also tell you is the fact,
Mohit Bhatt, more names of celebs apparently were also given by her. So it is this network that the NCB is talking about. It's not just about parties and consumption. It's about the network that used to work as a conduit of drugs.
Well, NCB from the starting has been saying it's about the larger network that is prevalent in Bollywood, and we know for a fact that after the registration of FIR, of CIR 1620, many of the drug peddlers have been arrested, and they have given out names of various A-listers who are into procurement and consumption of drugs. I'll ask my camera person to zoom towards that side. So this is the NCB office over here where Kshitij Prakash, who is the executive producer and director with a big production house here in Mumbai, and assistant director Anubhav, who is also from the same production house, are being grilled. Now, in the morning, he was being taken from his house to this office, particularly by the NCB team headed by Zonal Director Sameer Wankhede. Now, what we are getting to know is that the SIT, which has come from Mumbai of the NCB, Delhi, from the NCB, has also questioned him. He's being asked about the alleged drug parties which have taken place in the Bollywood, and also the 2019 party of Karan Johar is also on the radar. We know for a fact that how Akali Dal leader has gone to the Narcotics Control Bureau and asked for a probe. And also what we are getting from our sources is that Kshitij has also taken some names. So Kshitij is the key player as of now, NCB says, and Sameer Wankhede, the zonal director, he went out for some time, and again the grilling of Kshitij and Anubhav is on. So we expect that in some time from now, when the directors will come out, we'll try to ask them that whether more names are coming up. But the NCB says as of now that he is the big catch, and his name was being taken by
very
and Anuj, the two drug peddlers who were arrested by the Narcotics Control Bureau.
Very, very interesting, Tamal, because you had these people who didn't seem to be linked, and now these connections are emerging. You have Kshitij, whose name came up in a separate chat altogether, and now he's being named by Rakul Preet as well. So you've got people who are working for production houses, people who are talent managers, but also seem to be having a business on the side.
Well, this is so bewildering, Padmaja. You have talent managers, as you rightly said. Jaya Shah has been questioned thrice by NCB. She is supposed to be a talent manager who is expected to build image of celebrities, ensure they look perfectly fine, ensure their style is fine, ensure they get proper brands and can do endorsement. But then she has been questioned by NCB because her name has cropped up in drug chats, minded drug chats. On the other hand, Kshitij and Anubhav, who work as executive producers, associate producers and directors with production houses, eventually they make movies, we go buy tickets and watch those movies at the theatres. They are now getting questioned by NCB for their alleged involvement in the entire nexus. And as you rightly mentioned, it's not about just buying and procuring and consuming. It's also about the network. It's a syndicate which is operating, and NCB is essentially trying to break that syndicate. To answer your question very quickly, Kshitij was named by Abbas Lakhani. At the same time, Karamjit Singh Anand, basis of their testimony and the evidence NCB had managed to collect, they have brought him for questioning. And what you've learned from NCB sources, this very gentleman used to procure Manana cream in bulk, in huge quantity, and then used to peddle to the high-profile clientele, possibly at premium, maybe because of commercial interest. But at this point in time, he is being questioned because of several testimonies against him.
So yes, Mr. Sanjay Raut is right. Drugs kaun nahi karta. Everyone is doing drugs, and that is exactly the mandate of the NCB. If that is indeed the case, it's the mandate of the NCB to find out how are the drugs getting to the people who Mr. Mr. Raut says they are all involved. Remember, the investigation that is now taking place now is also going to be focusing on this video of 2019 that had been highlighted by Manjinder Singh Sirsa, a former MLA of the Akali Dal, and he has said again and again that I went to the Mumbai police, I flagged off this video to them. There were several big names, several big stars present in that particular video, which was at a party at Karan Johar's house, but nothing was done at the time. We also went to the former police commissioner of Mumbai, asked him why there was no cognizance taken. Well, he laughed it off. Now, the former MLA is saying this is also going to be a part of the investigation. Listen.
Which executive director have been summoned, and there is a kind of a revelation by this company director that yes, he was involved into drug case, and now being a head of this company and he owns this company, now he will be summoned, and not just for the reason being because his employee is involved in this, but also regarding 2019 party will be also questioned whether in this party drugs were served, and if drugs were served, who else was there when these drugs were served. So soon Karan Johar will be also questioned, and I'm sure once he is questioned, he'll be in a problem, and all those cases which I have been shouting from last 1 year, this will come out that who was involved in this drug mess. And Karan Johar for sure, and also other stars you can see in this video who are involved in the drugs.
All right, let me take this across to our guest. Adiket Nikam, advocate, is joining us along with President of Bhamla Foundation, Asif Bhamla, Vijay Lakshmi Khopade, advocate, and Manasvi Thapar, political analyst. It's been so many days, Manasvi Thapar, and finally, we've got, after all of this investigation and all of these names, Sanjay Raut again getting up and saying, everyone has an addiction. Then just let it be. Let's not investigate it. There are drugs everywhere. Let everyone do it.
Yeah, Padmaja ji. So the most important point right now in this particular case is the complaint which was filed by Sirsa ji on 1st August 2019. Why did the then government and the then police team did not investigate it? This is high time. This has been there. The 2017 chapter now out. It has been unearthed right now. So the drug cartel, the drug network was very much prominent in the previous government, and the previous government did not do anything about it. And on the contrary, when the Akali Dal, their MLA, their allied MLA filed a complaint, they did not take any action.
Asif Bhamla, so we are still going to blame people in the past, but now when this investigation is happening, we have a problem with that also.
Let it come out.
We have a problem with that also.
Let it come out right now.
No, but Mr. Sanjay Raut seems to suggest that by carrying out this investigation, the Bollywood reputation is being besmirched. And people have given their blood, sweat and tears for the Hindi film industry, and that should not be taken away from them.
No, if they are wrong, that should definitely be taken away from them. If they are consuming drugs or they are peddling drugs, then definitely this thing is not going to stay for them. So stardom is one thing, and drugs, being a criminal, consuming drugs and peddling drugs is another thing. If you are consuming it, you are not going to be star anymore.
Okay, so you do not agree with this, this cry of a witch hunt. But Asif Bhamla, again now it's going to be questioned all of these years when you had a government of the BJP. Why was this
Obviously,
drug nexus allowed to flourish, Asif Bhamla?
These questions they'll have to answer. Padmaja ji, one more thing if I can add up.
No, let him answer the first question first, Asif Bhamla.
Yeah, okay.
Of the government more serious and pertaining to the current situation, or the menace of drugs this nexus? And what the stars are supposed to be role models. People look at them, they follow them. They're
That is why you were sitting on
they're
that
attracted with what mannerisms they do. And if our stars are resorting to such means, it's a very sorry situation. I'm not able to understand that. Please. Now, when I'm talking, please don't interject.
No,
I'm saying one thing, please.
That is why you were sitting on that complaint by Sirsa ji. You answered this pointed question. That is why you were sitting on that complaint of 1st August 2019. Why didn't you take that?
I have been saying to solve the issue is more important rather than blaming governments.
No, sir. Taking ownership, taking responsibility is more important. Okay. Taking ownership, you own that, you missed it out, and now you say that NCB is going to clean up. That's the way you should move forward. You should not just be blaming. And one more thing.
these talent
Sir, by all means, okay,
Are
okay.
they-
There was
these talent
the past
agencies-
government was found
are
wanting
they
when it came to
supposed
cracking down.
No, these
My
talent
question still
agencies,
remains,
are
Vijay
they
Lakshmi
supposed to
Khopade,
procure
that when
drugs for
an
the
investigation is now happening,
their job?
and
It's
by
the job
by
of the
calling in
talent
people for questioning, it's not as if you are condemning them. It's not as if you are convicting them. It's not as if you're saying the entire film industry is full of only people who are consuming drugs. The point is to play down the investigation and the seriousness of the crime by saying, what's the big deal? Everyone has an addiction. What is that supposed to mean?
See, what is really, it is a good thing that finally after so many years investigation has been taking place and all. But what needs to be taken into consideration is the nature in which the investigation is taking place. A national, a central agency, the Narcotic Control Bureau, a central agency, what does it have to show for its investigation right now? Summoning a WhatsApp group admin, that is what it has to show for its investigation. It is laughable. It is, if at all anything, it is simply laughable. And why does Deepika? Was it because she showed any kind of solidarity during?
Are you saying that the only thing the NCB has done is question people so far? You do know that there are arrests made as well. There are 9 drug peddlers who are currently behind bars.
Oh, finally, they have something to show other than simply going about behind WhatsApp group admin. That is nothing but simply laughable.
Well,
Let
Vijay
them
Lakshmi
also
Khopade, I don't know if you've
investigate
been missing out on the newspapers, but these arrests have happened even before these actors were questioned or they were called in for questioning or
Definitely,
talking
but
about
have
the WhatsApp
but,
groups.
But they are definitely
So
not
if the
investigated
arrested,
as
and
to how the drugs-
just for information, it is the arrest of those drug peddlers. Karamjeet Singh was one of them, which eventually led to people like Deepika Padukone being questioned, and they are being questioned because their names have come up in either chats or have been taken, not Deepika Padukone, but people related to her, names have been taken by people who are currently under arrest. So just because people want to ignore the name of Zaid Velatra, or you don't think it's glamorous enough to talk about the arrest of Karamjeet Singh, doesn't mean the NCB hasn't arrested them. That has also happened.
Investigate how the drugs are even coming into the state of Maharashtra. They have absolute control over the interstate
Okay, so
trade.
saying that the NCB hasn't done anything, now you are going to talk about how the drugs are reaching. And now we have a porous border. So at least you're now admitting that the NCB does have something to show for its investigation of the last month?
Let them conduct an investigation on that line first.
All right. Actually, that is not the mandate of the NCB. That is not for the NCB to investigate. Every agency has a very distinct mandate. You cannot have the NIA investigating and calling in Deepika Padukone. What you're suggesting is akin to saying the NIA should now, look at WhatsApp chats. Every agency has its job cut out. All right. Let me bring in Aniket Nikam over here. So Aniket Nikam, we are saying that this is one big, as somebody described it earlier, it's one big circus where Bollywood names are being paraded by the NCB. The Mumbai police, of course, has also done that earlier because they were investigating nepotism. Now the same is being done by the NCB.
Padmaja, we have to understand the perspective behind what is happening. When Riya Chakravarti was being interrogated by Enforcement Directorate, the ED stumbled upon certain deleted WhatsApp conversation of Riya Chakravarti wherein she was seen to be talking about drugs. And that is how NCB really came into the picture. Thereafter, there was some arrests made by NCB. Then Shovik Chakravarti came to be arrested. Shovik, in his interrogation, disclosed the name of Riya. Riya came to be arrested. She disclosed the name of this actress who has been summoned now. And, only through WhatsApp conversations and WhatsApp chats which have been deleted or which were made available to NCB, they came to know that there is a huge syndicate that is working out there. And this talent management agency, under the garb of managing the talent, also has got another talent, which is that of procurement of drugs for its clients. Now, when NCB has come onto the field and investigating this issue, it is very essential that all these things must come out in open. These actors set out an example for millions of Indians out there, youngsters out there, and it is very essential that they must come out clean. If this WhatsApp conversation is seen from their registered mobile number, the onus is upon them, the burden of proof is upon them to explain why this conversation was being entered into.
Okay, so it's not as if the NCB has just woken up in the morning and said, let's make a laundry list of stars who we want to speak to today. There are also conversations that they have had. There are WhatsApp chats that we have referred to, and the names that have been mentioned by the people under arrest. So I'm taking a very quick break, and then I'll bring in Manasvi Thapar on the other side. Give me a minute. All right, welcome back. We are keeping our focus on the questioning that is taking place in the run-up to three big stars of the Hindi film industry being questioned tomorrow. Deepika Padukone is going to be questioned separately in one case, and Sara Ali Khan is going to be questioned separately along with Shraddha Kapoor. Before that, today there was a sustained questioning of Rakul Preet Singh. We have the Deputy Director of the NCB speaking right now. Let's listen into him.
No, interrogation is in progress, and only after the interrogation we will decide.
So the examination is still on?
Yes.
So what role of Kshitij you have managed to discover, sir? Any major seizure from his house?
As I said, interrogation is in progress, so I cannot comment on those questions.
So what about Rakul Preet? You interrogated Rakul Preet. What are the things that have come up?
Her statement was recorded by the SIT, and she has been sent back, and that statement will be analyzed and it will be produced before the court.
So tomorrow is big day. All the three actresses are going to come. What is it that you are looking ahead of that? Because Karishma Prakash has still been interrogated.
कल की बात कल करेंगे.
Karishma Prakash, sir. Karishma Prakash.
All right, so tomorrow is going to be the questioning of Shraddha Kapoor, Deepika Padukone as well as Sara Ali Khan. And remember, Deepika Padukone is going to be questioned separately for one case. The other two ladies are going to be questioned for a separate case altogether. What is also important that Sara Ali Khan and Shraddha Kapoor's name has allegedly also been taken by Riya Chakravarti. And that is why, and there are testimonies from the caretaker at the Pavna farmhouse, which was owned by Sushant Singh Rajput. The boatman has also testified as to the parties that allegedly took place at an island which was very close to this guest house in Pavna, and which is why all of those questions are also going to be posed to these two actors, whereas Deepika Padukone is going to be questioned separately on the chats that have emerged between her and her former manager. Tamal and Mohit Bhatt are both live with us right now. All right, Tamal and Mohit, what are you learning about the details that have come out so far? And more interestingly, why is so much attention being paid to the questioning of two employees of a prominent production house? We believe that interrogation is still on.
Well, yes, as we speak, the interrogation of Kshitij and Anubhav is still on. We know for a fact that how few of the senior officials have left, but Samir Wankhede, the zonal director of the Narcotics Control Bureau, is still here. We know for a fact that how NCB, as of now, they have this fact in their mind that Kshitij is somebody who is very important to this investigation. He's being quizzed about the Bollywood parties and also the alleged 2019 video where Akali Dal leader Sirsa have said that the drugs were being consumed, and also his name has been taken up by Rakul Preet. Now we'll go to Tamal on that because he has given us this info. He was there when Rakul Preet was being interrogated. He was live from that place. Tamal, why exactly is this interrogation important of Kshitij and Rakul Preet, as you informed us, that has also taken name of Kshitij?
Well, that's right. And Padmaja, very interesting. We did ask Mr. M.A. Jain, who is the chief of Maharashtra NCB. So tomorrow big names are coming. Deepika Padukone is coming. Shraddha Kapoor is coming. And also Sara Ali Khan coming. He said, Kal ka kal dekhenge. And today, the examination is still on. Has there been an arrest as yet? He said no. But the examination is on, and that's what makes it so significant. The dusk has fallen, but the day is still on, and we really don't know how the day would conclude for Kshitij and Anubhav Chopra, two big names of a very famous production house. They are still inside the NCB zonal office here at Balad in Mumbai. They are being examined under the CIR, which is 16/20, because their names have been given by who? Given by peddlers who have already been arrested. Mind it, we have also learned from NCB sources that Rakul Preet, who had appeared before the special investigation team of NCB, had also suggested that she knew the activities, the modus operandi, the conduct of Kshitij Prakash, and she alleges that Kshitij Prakash had been in touch with several celebrities, that he is in the business of providing, supplying drugs, and that he had also apparently approached her to work as a conduit. Now, we cannot take all those claims on face value, minded. She has made all those claims before NCB, and NCB has not really treated them as gospel truth. But the fact that Kshitij is still inside, the examination is on, it's been several hours. And minded, this examination is happening after NCB had raided his house. And NCB also says, yes, during the raid there had been some seizure. So overall, the examination is on, and the possibility of anything, including the arrest of 2 individuals who are inside, is still on. We are not trying to cast any aspersion or trying to bring in prejudice, but the very fact that they have been brought here for examination, the fact that their names have come in a context of alleged peddling of drugs, and the very fact their names have been given out by peddlers, also bring focus on a production house, also bring focus on the network it works.
But you know, Mohit, very
because we
quickly
have
a
learned
counter
from very
question I want to ask. Most people here, the skeptics, they are saying, you know, this is one big filmy tamasha. The NCB has got nothing to show for its efforts. They are just getting stars to parade in and out. Where's the result? People are asking. What has the NCB done?
Padmaja, NCB since starting has been saying, and I and Tamal have been following with our team this story since beginning, that it's about the larger nexus that is prevalent in the tinsel town of the Bollywood, and also how all these banned narcotic substances are easily available in the market. It's not just that the celebrities and the stars are being called over here, and we know for a fact that how many drug peddlers have been arrested, and their modus operandi is with the NCB. They used to sell all these drugs not just to the celebrities but to the youngsters of Mumbai. How important is this? And now we see people are raising questions on it, because it's about the drug menace, not just in Bollywood but in Mumbai also. We have been saying this since starting, that it's about the nexus that is prevalent, and the NCB wants to break that, and that is why CIR 16/20 is filed, and hence we see the interrogation of new people going on day by day. On one hand, we have the celebrities being called for the questioning. On the other hand, we have peddlers are being regularly arrested. Today also in the morning, raids happened, Tamal.
Right, and Padmaja, to add a very quick point, just a week back, almost the last week, there had been several raids happen, several arrests happened, and it all started from New Delhi, where one gentleman on September 1st was picked up with less than 1 kg of drugs, and that investigation that started on 1st September lasted till 16th of September. Raids happened, so consecutive day raids happened, subsequent raids happened, and those raids unearthed a massive drug nexus that also has the footprints of Pakistan. So when Sanjay Rawat says drugs to sab lete hai, drugs lena गुनाह है, क्योंकि drugs लेने वाले से ज़्यादा गुनाह है जो procure कर रहे हैं, और ऐसा जो ये धंधा है, terrorist का धंधा है, उसको support कर रहे हैं. So yes, when Sanjay Rawat raises the question or casts aspersion, brings in prejudice, he should also be questioned as what about these raids? They are not celebrities.
Very good point. Very good point. Manasvi Thapar, would you want to respond to that? So questions by you and Vijay Lakshmi Khopre, I think, have been answered from the ground. Manasvi Thapar, yes.
Obviously, see, this is blood money, and the seriousness of all the parties together has to be shown in this particular matter. But what happens is, the party which is in power the most, the party which is in center, they don't take it seriously. I'll tell you, give me just 10 seconds extra. The Kathni and Karni ka difference, I tell you, Bamla Saab is saying something, but he means something else. I'll tell you what he said.
Okay, so first of all, I have to say, Manasvi Thapar, the investigation is not over. Pehle when the investigation you started, you said this is nothing, these are just a couple of people who are picked up with 1 or 2 grams. Now big names were called, people said only women are being called. Now when men have been called, you are saying, acha, men have been called, when will the politicians be called? Tomorrow some politician will be called. You will say when will the mobsters be called? Then mobsters will be called. Then you will say when will X and Y be called? The investigation is still underway. Let's not make up theories.
Okay, we don't want to clean selectively. We want to clean the entire country.
But you have to start somewhere, na bhai. You can't suddenly put 1.3 billion in jail and say I will question everyone.
Start from Mumbai. Now I tell you Kashmir and Karni ka farak.
Asif Bhamla. Asif Bhamla.
Padmaja ji, you did not give me the time. Padmaja ji.
Okay, now please, she has been.
Let Mr. Bhamla also speak. He hasn't spoken for really long.
Ask him a question.
Yes, yes.
Stop. Please lower his.
Okay, ask him a question, but quickly, please. Yes, ask him a question.
The problem is the problem.
Bhamla ji, let me ask you a question. Manipur Congress MLA, the entire election was fought on this particular Congress MLA because he was a drug peddler. A month back, you gave him a red carpet invitation to join BJP. And now, when Sirsaji gave a complaint on 1st August 2019, why didn't you take any action? Kasni and Karni should not be different. Your Kasni and Karni should be same.
Asif Bhamla. Okay. That was more a lecture, less a question. Go on. Asif Bhamla.
उनके पास समय I am asking. I have said this from the beginning only that the drug nexus has to be unveiled, and that is more important. The very fact that Jaya Shah claims it is our duty to provide comfort to our clients. And I don't understand these agencies. Like, are they agencies who are talent agencies who are supposed to make the stars look and are supposed to market the stars, or are supposed to marketing the drugs? And see the audacity of the people in the government here who says that drugs to हर कोई लेता है. मतलब आप एक encouragement दे रहे हो, आप एक narrative create कर रहे हो कि कोई drug लेने से कोई problem नहीं होता है. और कोई बहुत बड़ी बात नहीं है, कोई अलग बात नहीं है. तो एक तरफ
Vijay Lakshmi Khopre is smiling. Vijay Lakshmi Khopre is smiling about it.
Yeah, actually, half the poems they kind of rolled over because of the noise disturbance. I was just trying to understand that.
No, the comments that were being made over here, Vijay Lakshmi, were about the investigation that has taken place so far. A, how the NCB picked up a thread and then things started to unravel. That is what our reporters on ground were also talking about. There was this one raid which people basically dismissed, saying, "Arey 500 gram to hi mila hai, 500 gram se kya hoga?" And from the 1st of September to the 16th of September, you've actually managed to catch that 500 gram and lead to a cartel which is doing much more. And that is the simple objective.
Hopefully that 500 gram comes from the same cartel that they are behind after, that the NCB is after.
Yes, they are. I mean, do you have information to suggest otherwise?
No, or if not. No,
I mean, this is a serious investigation. It's actually not a joke. You know, I think everyone thinks that it's this big joke and, you know, there are memes being made about it.
No,
it's a serious problem. And if somebody is saying that we are investigating, that there is a nexus that exists among people who are agents but are also supplying drugs on the side, that needs to be taken seriously. It's not laughing matter, Vijay Lakshmi. You would agree?
Laughing stock. NCB itself has made itself a laughing stock at the end of it. Let the investigation go, and we'll see now from where the 500 grams came. Or
okay, Aniket Nikam, Ms. Khopre is convinced that the NCB will be a laughing stock at the end of it.
Padmaja, NCB is not shooting in the air. They have arrested few persons, and those who were arrested, their bail has been rejected by the special court, and their bail application is being prosecuted in High Court. It means that there is some substance in the allegations that NCB has leveled against these persons. Apart from that, let's not forget that drugs is a national menace. Now, if there are some matinee idols who are involved in this drug racket or involved in procurement and consumption of drugs, which is a narcotic substance which is banned under the NDPS Act, I don't understand why we should make a big issue out of it. I mean, these are, after all, everybody is equal before the law and nobody is above the law. So they may be movie stars, but that does not mean that they cannot be prosecuted, they cannot be summoned, they cannot be interrogated. They stand on the same level as any other individual in this country. Therefore, I don't see a reason why they should say that what NCB is doing is smoke and mirrors. NCB has got enough evidence in
and contrary to what many people think, it's not just the stars who are being called in for some kind of circus or a tamasha. There are people like Karishma who's seen having chat with Deepika Padukone. She's been questioned today extensively. She's also going to be questioned tomorrow, and this is important because tomorrow is Deepika Padukone's questioning. Is it likely that she is also going to be confronted with her manager Karishma Prakash, somebody who works for the same agency as Jaya Saha? Now, I want to remind you again how the threads are being connected. Jaya Saha separately has had conversations with people like Riya Chakravarti, with this other 80s actress called N, and with Madhu Mantena. So there are chats of Jaya Saha with all of these people, and all of these people are talking about procurement of drugs. So yes, a 50 gram may seem like an inconsequential amount, but that 50 gram or a simple chat saying mal hai could lead you up to others as well. We'll just get our reporters on the line about Karishma, the questions that were asked, why is she being questioned, being called again tomorrow. But yes, Manasvi Thapar, you wanted to come in.
I just want to say one thing. Bhamla ji is going over and above and saying that the youngsters are under a threat when these cinematic stars are taking drugs and everything. Why didn't you take action when you were given an opportunity on 1st August 2019? You were silent on that. At that time, it was nationalism to not take action against these stars. And now suddenly you are jumping here and there and telling that these stars are a menace to the nation. They are, definitely. But you are selected, sir. You are selected.
No. First of all, Manasvi Thapar, you also don't jump the gun. Let's not call them a menace to the nation. They are being only questioned. They are not accused. Let me again state that very clearly. Let's not jump the gun and call people a menace to the nation. Yes, there are chats. Yes, they are being questioned. But let's not brand them as a menace or a threat to society, etc., etc. I've got Bhavtosh on the line with me right now. Karishma Prakash being called again tomorrow. Why Bhavtosh? And what was she asked?
Padmaja, the reason why she has again been called in for questioning at NCB's camp office in South Mumbai is primarily because Deepika Padukone will be questioned for the first time by NCB. There are several chats that have been retrieved by NCB during the course of investigation, and these chats in fact are between Karishma and Deepika, where Deepika is asking for a banned substance from Karishma, and Karishma is willing to hand over. And more importantly, Karishma did attend a party at Coco's in October 2017 where several celebrities had turned up. Karishma is someone who was in direct touch with one of the drug peddlers who was arrested by NCB. His name is Anuj Keshwani. Keshwani was arrested with some drugs, and that's the reason why Karishma has again been called in for questioning. This would be the second round of questioning of Karishma, and it's likely that she would be confronted with Deepika Padukone when she will join the probe at around 11 in the morning tomorrow.
All right, she'll be joining the probe tomorrow at 11. Do you have any details of the nature of questions that she was asked today?
Well, several questions were asked about her association with Kwan, and more importantly about the chats that she had with Deepika Padukone. She was also asked a question about when she first met Anuj Keshwani. Did Jaya Shah was the one who introduced her? Jaya Shah is someone who's pretty senior in Kwan talent agency, and she in fact gave Karishma Prakash the account of Deepika Padukone, and subsequently there are several chats which show that they had a very close relationship. Importantly, she will also be asked whether she was only procuring drugs for Deepika Padukone or she was procuring it for others, because she was in fact handling several accounts of several Bollywood celebrities.
Okay. We're going to keep a close track. Tomorrow is going to be a very, very high voltage day. Simultaneous questioning of 3 actors. Now we know that Karishma Prakash is also going to be questioned in the evening today. We will tell you what are the questions that are going to be posed, what all has happened today, and how to connect the dots. For the time being, thank you very much, Bhavtosh, all gentlemen, and also Vijay Lakshmi Khopade for having joined me. I will see you next at 10 p.m. on the News Hour Agenda.